never cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something. My focus is A1. Every dog has his day. It's been mine since day one. This is real grinding. I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding. And I'm getting hotter too. Talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you and I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard. Coming close to me, flow is on atomic. I'm starting fires through poetry. The hardest out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we ballin' out. Yeah, the coldest of teens, they know what we bring. Don't try us. They know in between. We go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym. This is target and practice. Yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting my feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect, collecting every debt. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
Welcome you all here today from your various cultural backgrounds. Our senior playing squad come from a diverse range of over 20 different heritage groups. These represented by the flags on their playing jerseys today. In the spirit of cultural round, we'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we stand and play here today, the Gabi Gabi people. We'd also like to pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. To the players, staff and supporters from both Caboolture and Noosa, who come from a wide range of cultural backgrounds, we have all been united today by one thing, the game of rugby. Good luck to both teams and I hope you enjoy the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a lovely day down at the Dolphin Oval on Cultural Round. You are joined here by Will Christie. We'll soon be joined by the Sammy Bull, who has just finished his reserve. Great game. We're going to go get something warm on. So Joseph Caputo gets us started for the game today. Nice long deep kick.
This first half by the girls with the money going.
This is my first commentating gig, so if I don't do a good job, that's probably why.
But if you like the jersey, stick around for the option.
Bit of a reshuffle today in the back line for Noosa and the forwards. Got Matty Kelly starting at number 8. Tim Moody moves to inside centre and Joey Caputo moves to 10. Benji here moved to fullback. Ooh, unlucky. Inside ball was on there. Just need to complete. Midfield scrum here to Caboolture. First attacking opportunity. See what they can come up with. Lovely day for rugby down here. Dolphin Oval. Noosa having an unlucky loss last week to Caloundra, so they'll be looking to try and redeem themselves after last week. Caloundra, a very strong outfit last week, so hats off to them. Got Billy Tate there on the side, number 6. Comes from the bench last week, back into the starting side. I believe he's also been cast to the next Bachelor for the next season. Quote unquote best looking bloke in Noosa, some may say. Big scrum here. Caboolture attack, look to shift it wide. The space is there. Caboolture have the advantage. Strong contact in the midfield there. Halfback having a little dart, finds a bit of space. Big midfield punch and some solid contact, but they make the advantage line. Good possession so far for Caboolture. Halfback has another snipe, finds a little bit of room. And they look for a pick and go on the 10-metre line. Solid contact by the captain there, Levi Shaw. If there's one thing you know you'll get out of him, it's a solid 80 minutes performance there. Ooh, big contact there from the man Sonny, I believe. I don't have my glasses on at the moment, so if I get the names wrong, probably know why. Big contact there from Kai Atkinson. Had the man flu last week and he's managed to return back to the starting side this week, so hopefully his mum fed him lots of Lemsips. Caboolture doing really well with possession here, and they get an offload down the short side. Making solid ground, doing really well with their possession so far. Big hit from Harry Wright, Train Wright Performance. Paid me for that plug. Still got possession here. Oh, little dart through the middle, little pick and go. Caboolture still retaining possession. Big hit, and I do apologise. I don't know too many of the Caboolture players, but... Ooh, that was a big hit from, I believe, our captain. No, that was Harry O'Connor. Harry O'Connor joins the starting side and hooker this week, and he's just proven that it was a good choice by putting on a massive hit. Caboolture look to kick for the corner. About 10 metres out from Noosa's line. They've done well with possession so far. They had the possession in their half and they've worked their way up into the 22 of Noosa, so let's see what they can do with the ball. Attacking line out. And they look for a maul. Noosa doing well so far. They do use it to the 10. Out the back. Little dummy and go. Good defence so far from Noosa. And they look for a midfield crash. Goes to a pilfer. Could be off his feet. And a little dart through the middle. Caboolture are doing fantastic with the ball so far. Great way of keeping possession. They go midfield. They're making metres. And there's a penalty. Noosa off their feet. Right in front of the sticks. Will they look for early points? No, they call for a scrum. They're back in their scrum here and they're back in their attack. So fair play to Caboolture. You do love to see it early on in the game. Let's see if they can come away with some chocolates here. George Luce moves into the starting side this week at 13 after a few good standout performances in reserve grade after making his way over from England, from Bury St Edmunds. Short arm penalty. They take the tap. Halfback goes for a little snipe. Good defence. They go for the turnover. Looks scrappy. Caboolture look to pick and drive. Another pick. And they score. Right next to the sticks. Caboolture turns some solid possession into some points. So they back their scrum and they come out with some points. Solid start from Caboolture so far. Levi Shaw will be having some stern words to the Noosa boys. Telling them to dig their heels in. And next job. Forget about that. It's 0-0. The halfback looks for some points to convert their try, and he does. Straight over the black dot. Caboolture 7, Noosa 0. Bit of a culture round ceremony before the game started. I believe they were to say that Noosa has players from 20 different nationalities in terms of their background, so we love to see that. It's a game for everybody, rugby, so it's good to see that we've got quite a diverse background in terms of where the players are from. So Joey Caputo looks to get us started, kicking down to the right, kicking short. Caboolture do well to retain possession. Caboolture look for the exiting kick. Benji is under. He shifts it wide out to Joey Caputo. What can he do? A little show and go. A little offload to Ethan Polner. The show, the go, the dummy. Go. Ethan makes the break. Pops to Matty Schroetrop. Apologies there, Matty, if I said your name wrong, but it is a funny old last name. They go short side. Will Miller looks to clear the ball from the ruck, as he does to Julesy, who gets hit. Takes contact well. Little foot drive. And they get a penalty for not releasing Noosa in front of the sticks. What option will Levi look to do here? Noosa have called for the scrum. I'd probably say good option so early on in the game. Look to even the scores here, hopefully, with a nice attacking play from the scrum. Will Miller makes his way back into the starting side this week. Scrum is set. Solid contest. They look to go blind. Matt Kelly goes himself. Dummy and go. And it looks like it's been a turnover. And Caboolture look to clear the ball. Wow, what a turnover. They kick to Benji. Little footwork. He finds some space. Breaks a couple of tackles. As Noosa look to settle here. Look to build into their structure. Will Miller feeds to Kai. Joey with the big ball out the back finds Ethan Polner. Polner finds Harry O'Connor, who unfortunately gets the pass at his fingertips and there is advantage for a knock-on. Noosa probably want to be a bit more clinical here, I would say. Kai Atkinson with the turnover. And advantage will be played for the knock-on. The sun is shining, but it does have a bit of a breeze to it. Bit nippy for everyone on the sidelines, including myself. Fortunately, you're still listening to just myself. Some people listening will probably think that's enough. Usually hear me out on the field, not stop talking, so unfortunately, they've still got to listen to me. So, Caboolture scrum on the 5 metre line, probably about 30 metres out. They'll probably look to exit here, but they are set up for a little bit of a strike play, so we'll see what they can do. As the ball goes in. Big scrum from Noosa, but it's a penalty to Caboolture. I don't know the dark arts very well myself, but that looks like either not driving straight or someone off their feet. Both could be wrong. Like I said, I'm a halfback. What do I know about the scrums? Caboolture player down. As we have Sammy Bull making his way up the stairs to come join me in the commentary box. A couple of beers in his hand. We need to be well oiled up for this.
It's big enough.
Good to see you, Sammy. People are probably sick of hearing my voice.
Hello, Willie. Good to be here, mate.
It's good to have you up here, Sammy.
Mate, I've missed the first 10 minutes. What's been going on?
First 10 minutes has been pretty much all Caboolture so far. They've been able to retain possession and managed to score themselves some points just underneath the post. So Caboolture doing well at retaining possession so far, Sammy. So how have you been, Sammy Bull? Good to see you back out in the Dolphin shirt.
Yeah, mate, it's good. Just went for a little trot in the last game, but yeah, it's good to put the boots back on. Good to be here.
That's it.
Great day for rugby. What a day for rugby.
Great day for rugby. And I've seen that unfortunately, well, fortunately for one, maybe unfortunately for the other, that Noosa reserve grade put on a little bit of a cricket score in the last game beforehand. Is that right?
Mate, it was, yeah, there was a few points put on there. I think, well, it was into 3 digits, the final score. So, you know, credit to the boys, but, you know, big up to the Caboolture boys for showing up because, you know, that's got to be tough to turn up every day for that. So, big up to them for turning up, and I know they're on a bus trip back tonight, so
yeah,
hopefully they have a bit of fun and you know, blow off a bit of steam.
Well, that's it. Hopefully they wet the whistle a little bit. A few beers, they might forget about it. So
I'm sure they will.
All right.
Looks like play's back on now.
Caboolture looking to kick for touch, find some territory.
Noosa's got a couple of tall timbers this year, so hopefully our defensive line-out can put a bit of pressure on them today.
They do. We have been lucky to join by big Harry Wright there in the number 4 jersey. He joins us coming over from the UK, having a bit of a sabbatical in Australia.
What a place to do it.
What a place to do it. Where else would you want to be than Noosa? All right. Caboolture attacking line out on the 10 metre line, still in their half. Look to see what they do here.
4-man line out.
4-man line out.
Good effort, good pressure there from Billy Tate, but Caboolture gets to play that one out the back.
Taken well in the midfield. Looks like a little bit of a bobble of the ball, but they managed to retain it.
Noosa slowed the ball down there, but Caboolture's come back in the middle. Back into their forwards, back into support.
Halfback looks for a little box kick, looking for the 50-22. And the unlucky bounce of the rugby ball. He doesn't get it. Benji Hewitt looks to return the ball. Captain Levi Shaw for his first big bash up.
Good carry, just getting his shoulders through there.
Sonny rip out the back. Ethan Polner What can he do? George Loose, first touch of the ball in attack.
Loose carry there. Billy was on the outside, but just couldn't make it stick.
George Loose with the loose carry. No comedian, but
can put words together.
Can put some words together.
I'll tell you what, Will, it's such a good day for rugby. I don't think anyone will actually be watching the live stream because why would you want to be sitting at home watching a TV when you can come down here and have a couple of quiet shandies and watch some rugby? What a day for it.
I would 100% agree with you there, Sammy Bull. There's no better place on a Saturday afternoon than Dolphin Oval.
Now, Noosa's got a fairly fresh pack here, a lot of new faces, but some good weight, some good strength. I think they'll do well in the scrums here.
Seems they have done. Half-back pass out the back. Willie Miller gets a great tackle on the number 10. Pushes them back. They lose 10 metres from the scrum. What can they do here, Caboolture?
Good defence there from Noosa. Caboolture coming back into their support, into their forwards that are just a little bit slow getting up from that scrum.
I think Joseph Caputo might have just got done for a bit of a high tackle there, potentially. I did see the arm go up for advantage. Caboolture looked to play, looking strong. Doing well at keeping possession here so far, Sammy Bull.
Another arms out again. Not sure what happened there, but the arm's back out again. So a fresh advantage to Caboolture there. So they'll play with the ball a little bit, I think, now.
They will. Look to hit midfield.
Noosa is defensively doing very well. They're really shutting down the Caboolture backs there. They're playing a bit tight, the Caboolture. There's not a lot of width out of them, but I think they're a little gassed. A lot of these boys have already played a bit of footy today, so...
Little chip over the top and a knock on.
Going back for the advantage on that second infringement, off his feet.
Off his feet.
Mate, how are those beers going down today?
Mate, they're going down really well, honestly, so...
and what's got you up in the commentary box today? Why aren't you out there running around with it?
Believe it or not, apparently I'm the most injured halfback you can get. Nah, just a little bit of a hammy tweak from last week against Caloundra.
What's the future hold? Couple of weeks, just rest up, see how it goes.
Yeah, a couple of weeks, probably just rest up. Hopefully it's not too bad. Just a bit of a strain. Halfbacks putting their head in rucks where they probably shouldn't be.
That's all right, mate. Will Miller's got you covered anyway.
That's it. I was taught a lesson.
Caboolture's gone to the line there, 22 out, attacking line out. See what they do here. See if they use their forwards, see if they hold the ball in, or if they go wide.
They hit the front.
Looks like a knock on here, or no, we're just going back to a line out. Noosa feed.
Noosa feed,
looks
probably.
Like Jules was calling for a sub then.
Was he calling for a sub so early?
Early days for a sub. No, quick line out. That's what he wanted.
Great ball.
Little bounce out there, Matt Kelly.
Little bobble, but he makes great metres.
Great metres.
10 metres,
going.
20 metres. What can the ginger not do? Hopefully not talk to the referee today.
Joey
with the little floating.
Great kicks.
Bomb.
Finds a bit of grass out the back, and now a bit of pressure on Caboolture here.
Ooh.
Short kick, high, knock on, and
Levi. Absolutely murdered.
Pounds him into the ground.
There we go, attacking ball. First real opportunity here for Noosa, I'd say. On front foot ball off turnover. Caboolture look to slow the rucks down. Sonny.
I think Noosa wants to play fast here, so they need to get these balls out of the way.
Well, Miller. Matt Kelly to the cutout, to the winger. Ball. Ethan Polner, chip over the top.
Matt's there.
Matt Kelly is there. Matt Kelly has the ball. Matthew Kelly.
5 points. That's what you want replays for, that one.
That's it.
Can we get it back on the big screen?
That's it. The Ginger Ninja. He calls himself.
Fig Jam, Matt Kelly.
Fig Jam, Matt Kelly.
I might open another beer to that one.
I think you should there, Sammy Ball. That was a great passage of play and turnover ball. You won't hear the end of that from Matthew Kelly, so...
Started it and finished it.
Great passage of play. As Joey Caputo looks to kick the ball, probably 25 metres out.
Mate, kicks these every day. Kicks these with his eyes closed.
He kicks these with his eyes closed. He has a brilliant boot on him. He's a very dialed in man. Unfortunately, he just pushes this one left.
Plenty of time.
He's the man you'll see before and after train and putting in the extras.
Successful, Caboolture 7, Noosa 5.
Has quite a high pedigree of football in his background, Sammy Bull.
He certainly does. Not only has he played at quite a high level overseas, his old man has certainly played plenty of rugby.
That's it. Big Marco Caputo, ex-Wallaby.
I think I've seen Marco down here today.
He is.
Good to see. He graces us quite a bit down here. We're very lucky.
Very lucky to have him around. Probably sat on the hill enjoying some sunshine.
Rumour has it they might be moving up here. Hopefully they'd like to live up here if they can.
I think so. Who wouldn't want to live up here, eh?
Enjoy the Sunshine Coast lifestyle.
Timmy Moody takes the crash ball.
Arms up there for an advantage.
Ooh.
Offside, I think they're just one of those really tough penalties. You don't want that coming out of your own half.
No, unfortunately, with Caboolture doing so well so far, those little mistakes
just going to put Noosa back in the game.
Just puts Noosa back in the game. With such a solid start.
Where do we go here? Straight early ball, quick to the middle. Not great off the top service for Will Miller, but we're out the back there.
Timmy Moody has a big crash ball midfield. Now, Timmy Moody is the man that I believe can do absolutely everything.
He absolutely can. Won't be long before we see him in the front row, I reckon.
I think so.
Where can the man not play?
I don't know.
What about 9, you reckon, Will?
Well, he actually grew up playing halfback, believe it or not, most of his junior career. He throws the cutout,
Great
and they
ball
find
out
the
the back.
space. Ethan Polner scoops it up. Caboolture knock it down, so it is play on. Well, the way Timmy carries and the way Timmy hits those rucks, I'd love to see him maybe in the back row one day, but...
Absolutely. Natural progression, isn't it?
Natural progression. Now that's a big hit up there. Big carry there from Jules. And it's penalty.
That's the untouchable 9's got touched.
The untouchable 9 got touched. And again, just one of those little silly mistakes there, unfortunately, for Caboolture.
As tempting as it is, you just can't tackle the 9. They're untouchable.
They are untouchable. So you got to leave those 9s alone.
What do you reckon we do here, Will? Surely the forwards take it in and put a bit of pressure on.
Yeah. You might look to see your first maul of the game here from Noosa. Attacking line out, 5 metres out.
6-man. It looks set up for it. We've got to the back.
Levi Shaw takes it down, carries well.
Set up.
It's a good setup. They are moving forward.
Great structure there.
And there is a try from...
Is it Kai?
I think that's Sonny. He's put the Dolphin up, old Sonny, so...
What was he doing at the back of a maul?
He looked to probably feed the ball back, then realised he could... Just run himself. So he thought, you know what? I'll do it myself.
Number 7, Kai.
Good sustained pressure there from Noosa off the back of a couple of mistakes there from Caboolture. I think they'll be kicking themselves because they started this game great. And just a few mistakes, just letting Noosa back into the game. Noosa just chipping away in the corner. Hopefully a 7 points. Joey's kick to come. Over the dot.
Black dot, as would expected. Now, what do you reckon the little chat at the halfway line would be, Sammy Ball? They're 2 tries up quickly. What do you think they'll be looking to do here?
And I think if discipline's still going to be an important one. They want to work out of their own half, play footy in Caboolture's half. I think that's probably going to be the most important thing. They don't want to play down their end. So you know, don't need to change too much at this point. Forwards are playing well, securing the ball.
That's it.
I think they just want to play footy down the attacking end.
That's it. Don't fix what's not broken. Caboolture
Going deep.
going deep. Fig Jam Kelly with the take. Little goosey,
Strong
little
carry.
bump. Matthew Kelly.
through.
Oh,
Ball
and he's
ripped
been
out.
stripped in contact. He's unlucky there. That was a good carry. But he'll be kicking himself over
Not
that.
happy with that one.
No, I'll let him know about it after the game.
Matt Kelly, 1 for a try, -1 for a loose carry. So
So he's even.
he's even. We're keeping score too.
That's it. Just on Matt Kelly.
Big scrum here, I think. I think Noosa's going to want to put a bit of pressure on Caboolture here, see if they can maybe win a ball against the feed here. Get back down Caboolture's end.
Midfield scrum, they look to have a even split in the back line. Probably look to swing one way or the other. We'll soon find out. Ball goes in.
Strong scrum, but
They go
Caboolture did well to
blindside.
get that out quick.
That could be open side, depends how you look at it.
Knock on there from Noosa.
Looks like potentially a little offload into the tackle and Noosa knock it down, potentially.
I wasn't watching.
No, I was drinking my beer.
Me too. Few people watching from home today. Again, I don't really understand it because what a cracking day it is for rugby. But yeah, we've got people all over the world, all over the country that tune in.
That's
So-
it. Well, we've got 20 nationalities out there, Sammy Ball, so they could be watching from far and wide.
Why would you not watch this? Strong scrum from Noosa. But Caboolture does very well to get it to the back. Quick ball out the back.
They take a short ball. Joey Caputo takes him down. And the ball spits out the back. Halfback has a scoot. And there is an advantage
Thumbs up, I think,
to
there
Caboolture.
for Offside, possibly.
The big number 4. He is a man mountain, he is.
We'll go back for that offside penalty there. What did Caboolture do? It's probably a little far out to a bit of a points difference to take the 3 points. Do you think they'll go to an edge?
They've had some good success from their line out so far. 2 from 2, but it looks like they're pointing at the sticks. And they look to settle, want to get some points on the board.
Test match rugby.
That's it.
$12-7 to Noosa. Caboolture right in front. Should be a safe 3
And
points.
is 3 points.
12-10. So Noosa just hold on to the lead here, but Caboolture staying in this.
Probably a good option there if you think Sammy Ball.
Absolutely.
2 points the difference. Can't see how long's gone.
Looks like we're about 30 minutes in, so maybe 10 minutes in this half left.
Joe Caputo looks deep. He catches. Has a little bit of a tumble.
And considering
Will Miller. Quick line out.
Joey in the middle,
Looks to
put it
kick
in
for
the
the corner. He sees the space.
and that's a 50-22.
And that is a 50-22.
Caboolture is arguing that maybe he took it over the 50, but let's see what the referees say. Nope. The on-field and touch judge are saying it's Caboolture's ball.
Caboolture ball.
So he must have just come over that 50.
That's
We'll have
it.
to watch that replay for that one.
Well, that's it. Okay.
Noosa compete at the front, but Caboolture win it back.
Look for an exit here, Caboolture. As he does, kicks it down the middle of the field to Benji, who's got options either side. Big right foot step. Comes back left side for Ethan Polner. The show and go, and
Big tackle there.
he's
Ethan.
met by some big
The
contact.
biggest man by one of the smallest men. Levi shoulders through, great carry.
We do nickname him Chevy, like the Chevrolet trucks. He just keeps on going, mate. He's got an engine.
He certainly does.
George Loose shows, goes, dummies, finds the space, and he gets
Still
up
going.
again. He's still going, George Loose. I know from experience that George Loose is a absolutely cracking player. I spent a season over in the UK at Bury St Edmunds playing with him, and he was player of the season when I was playing with him. Sonny Mutapola through the middle.
Offload, but it doesn't stick. Geez, it almost looked from here like if he just reached out, he would have been over the line. But
Caboolture look for an exit. They're playing inside their try line, and he's got some pace. He's gassed 4 or 5 people so far. He puts the kick ahead.
Tell you what, you don't see that very often, but
Benji,
good on him.
the step, the offload, finds Matty. And Billy the Kid
Billy.
in space. What
Let's
can
see
he
if he kicks it
do?
here.
What can't he do? The Bachelor, best looking man in Noosa, gets
Any
taken
advantage?
high in the
No,
head.
taken high there.
Will Miller looks to go short side. Joey
They
Caputo,
got numbers
little nudge through. George Loose is on it, puts another kick through, and Caboolture kick it out. So
Good little passage of play there. by
great
Noosa.
passage of play there. All started from that man in the 13 jersey, George Loose. Excited to see what he can bring to Noosa this year.
How long's he over here for? Just a year sabbatical?
I believe he's just over here for the year. Just finished up the season with Bury St Edmunds in end of April and has made his way over here and has found himself into the starting side. So excellent player, George. Fast, pacey, good hands, solid defence too. So not much more you want from your outside centre. So
Fantastic. And I tell you what, there's a few too many Poms this year, though.
There
They
is.
are taking over the club.
they are taking over. We do have quite a lot of pommies out there at the moment.
Mate, it started 6 or 7 years ago. Alfie Hill
Alfie Hill.
decided he'd come up to Noosa, brought a couple of his mates, and ever since then they just keep coming back.
That's it. Well, they're trying to escape the cold, I think, Sammy Bull. So
Blame them. Why would you not want to come here, live here, play rugby here? Mate, it's a good place.
well, that's it. It's a place to be for anyone, whether you're holidaying or want to come watch some excellent rugby on a Saturday afternoon.
Just a stoppage here. I think there was a small injury from Caboolture, but we're going back
For something.
for something. And Caboolture has the ball in their hands, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there. We're not listening into we're not quite savvy what the referees have to say, but they obviously saw something that we didn't. Arms up on the 40 metres, so Caboolture's kicking for touch there from their own 40.
Referee seen something that we can't see. That's unlike us, Sammy Bull, is it?
Don't miss anything normally. Levi doesn't seem happy with it though. It's he's certainly asking a question, but we play on. Caboolture attacking line out just outside their 22.
They've done well in this half so far, Caboolture, with possession, so we'll see what they can do here. Ooh, unfortunately, he's lost the ball in the line out. Looks to turn, Kai Atkinson to Levi Shaw, who just puts his head down and just goes. Will Miller looks to come short side. Julian Scott Davies with the bump and the run. What can the big man not do?
He's off his feet, so referee's put his arm out. We play a little bit here. Let's see Joey.
Crossfield kick. It's Matty Schroetrup.
He's fast.
He's
Matty,
got
too.
some pace, he's got some wheels, but a great defensive
still going.
tackle from Caboolture. He still goes.
Noosa, great support from their.
And there's that George Loose again. Oh!
Unlucky there, Noosa, but just couldn't make it stick.
Great defensive passage there from Caboolture. They lose their line out and they manage to make their way back and stop what would say an almost certain try through there. So
I could only imagine there are 5 or 6 minutes left in this half, so I think if Noosa could have their way, they'd like to put some points on before half time, just to extend that lead a little bit. But Caboolture's going to do everything they possibly can to stop that. And credit to Caboolture, because you look over the other side and there's barely a jersey on the bench. So these boys are playing pretty much with 15 players. And a lot of these players, I can see the front row there, have already played a full game of Reggies. Short arm there to Caboolture for driving in from Noosa number 3, Jules.
How would you like that, Big Sammy Ball, playing a full 80 in reserve grade, a full 80 in first grade?
Tell you what, mate, I've done it before, and I don't wish it on anybody. Done it before, don't want to do it again.
That's it.
So short arm penalty there, so Caboolture go to the edge, but that's a Noosa line out, 30 metres out, 25 metres out.
Harry O'Connor looks to feed the ball in, lovely ball. Kai Atkinson, little go, and Matt Kelly finds the space. Matt Kelly is untouchable so far. Excellent game he's having so far.
Jules in the middle.
Front foot ball, and he's in.
Jules.
What can the man not do? I tell you, he's another one, big forward. He'd probably like to see himself in a Chen jersey one day, Sammy Will.
Mate, rugby like that, I could see him in there too.
Well, there to Julian Scott Davies.
Now, Caboolture here, they've started well, but they've just let a few little mistakes creep into their game so far. I think if they tighten a few things up around the ruck, a few penalties, then they'll be able to get that possession back and find their way back into Noosa half, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. They've definitely stayed in it. And considering, you know, they have had a few mistakes, they've stayed in this very well. Joey Caputo over the black dot again to add the extras. But, yeah, look, I think they've done pretty well. Noosa has just chipped away, probably let go of a few opportunities, but, you know, I think Caboolture's second half, they might start tiring. They've got a lot of bodies out there that have played a lot of rugby today. Noosa, big fresh bench.
Yeah.
I think that maybe Caboolture will just slow down in the second half, and Noosa running home, it's an extra.
It's an extra boost.
Running home, it certainly is.
They look to kick deep. Caboolture, Matt Kelly.
Let it go.
Thought he was playing in the Champions Cup final with the football touch there.
Will Miller.
But an excellent kick just over halfway. Caboolture ball.
Now my beer is empty, so I'm going to see if I can find someone to...
yeah, maybe yell at a few people and see. Who's that down there? Is that Nick Kelly? See if anyone's generous enough to deliver some liquid gold. Oh, I've actually got another can.
I can see a man down there that will get me a beer. Charlie Stafford. Charles. Hello, Charlie.
Noosa win the line out.
Golds.
Levi Shaw.
The rugby, what's going
comes
on?
through the middle. Ooh, and Will Miller is crunched from the back. Excellent defence there from Caboolture.
Sorry, Will, I missed that passage of play.
Yeah, it was Billy down the sideline. Inside ball to Harry Wright.
Great.
And it's a great try.
Passage of play there.
They get the turnover from the line out there, and they find the space through no other than the captain, Levi Shaw.
It's just what we were talking about there, Will. A couple of mistakes creeping into Caboolture's game, and I can only put that down to fatigue. You know, it's tough.
It's tough.
Noosa's really going to pounce on those opportunities, as they have to.
Caboolture
just have to try and keep them to as little as possible. But fatigue bodies, you know, we're coming into the end of the first half here. You know, I think Caboolture will be... they'll really be looking for a break here. They'll be looking for the halftime buzzer. So,
just got a message from the old man, Kenny Christie. They are watching from the Rockies in Canada.
What a place!
What a place!
I mean, they're missing out on a Saturday afternoon at the Dolphins.
Well, that's
Joey
it.
Pushes it wide.
Over in Canada for...
if you've got to be anywhere else, the Rockies is probably going to be...
That's it. Over there for Mumsy's birthday, so happy birthday, Mumsy.
Happy birthday, Mumsy.
They're on display today will be in that raffle.
But if they're not there, they are here. You can't...
Well, that's it.
They are about as devoted to this place as you can get, so if they're not
that's
here...
That's it.
Hopefully they're having a good time over there.
I think they are. Usually probably would have heard Ken Christie yelling by now, but he is...
I thought it was a bit quiet up here.
I thought it was a bit quiet.
Scrappy ball off the kickoff.
but he's enjoying it
Knock on by Noosa.
over in Canada. So
Good to hear.
double knock on. Did you manage to get yourself a beer?
Yeah, and I've got my boss, good mate, Charlie. I think he's got a couple for me. He's going to
Nice.
ship a couple up here.
Would you be so kind to pass me my beer there, Sammy Bull?
Oh, that I can do for you.
Thank you.
Hey, these cold temperatures been sitting down there for a while, and
That's
it's still
perfect.
cold. Scrum here. Noosa's been dominant in the scrum, but to Caboolture's been sticking in it. They've been staying square, getting their ball, so it's all you can ask for.
Attacking scrum here for Caboolture in Noosa's half.
We'll have a reset there. Something's going on. Who knows with scrum sometimes.
What's your thoughts, Sammy Bull, when you have an attacking scrum and the ball goes out to the backs and you see the ball go down?
Look, it's tough to pull your head out of a scrum, turn around, and you see the ball, and you got to do it all over again.
Do it all over again.
You know, they score a lot of points for us, those backs.
That's it.
So,
Only try our best sometimes, you know.
but it's tough to see, mate. Sometimes it's tough to see.
Yeah.
See.
Look, I don't envy it.
Big scrum there from Noosa. What's Caboolture? They're going to get it out. They have got it out. But
Kai
off
Atkinson
the
spoils it, and he's looking for the turnover. But there is advantage for knock on. I believe that was Kai's hand in that.
I think he had his hand
That
on
tackle?
it. Just
Unfortunate.
loose ball there. We must be encroaching on half time here, but I think the clock at the rugby field here doesn't quite match up with the officials' clock. So maybe a couple of minutes left, maybe last scrum out of this half, we'll see. I think Noosa's going to go after this one. Let's see what happens here. Noosa's gone after it, and it looks like Noosa's won that one. Great scrum. Matt Kelly off the back.
Matt Kelly's having an excellent game there, number 8. He'd be happy to get himself back in the starting lineup.
We're going to go to a penalty there. It looks like Caboolture were off their feet. Big
Great
number
attacking line there from for Noosa. Good opportunity to attack in their half.
I think they're going to go for corner here. I mean, they've been pretty successful down this half. Again, we're just on the back of another Caboolture error. So I think Noosa really has to capitalise here. Caboolture, as I said, looking for the half-time whistle, I think. But Noosa going to go to the corner. If they can get inside the 22, I reckon you might see them all, but just outside the 22. So what do you reckon they'll do here? Will play out the back?
Look, if I was a betting man,
Which you are.
which I am, I would say that we would be looking to spread it wide, probably
Good ball
punch
there.
up the midfield and look to fold around.
Kai taking that one in. Heavy contact.
That's it. Don't want to spill too many secrets, Sammy, on the old commentator's box. But brilliant defence there from Caboolture.
Although the
I would
arm
not
goes
want to be
back
wearing
out.
that.
Arm goes back out there, so the referee saw something we didn't.
Ball pops out. Will
Advantage
Miller
to
goes
Noosa.
on the inside ball, but Noosa still have the advantage. So approaching half-time here, we could either look for a couple of points to settle the boys, or
No, I think we're in our front foot at the moment. I think we want to go into this first half with some points here. We've gone to the corner. Great kick. We're probably 7 or 8 metres out. I think you'll see another maul here. They're going in 6 men. So I reckon you might see a maul here. They've been strong in that area today. Up in the middle. Maul set up. It's got to the back. No, they've skipped out.
Noosa trying to build the phases.
Phases are important here in this area of the field.
That's it. Just hold the ball. Just hold the ball is what's needed.
The points will come.
The points will come. Looks like a try has been scored there for Noosa.
Is that Big Jules again, I think?
Is it
possibly.
Big Julesy? I don't have my glasses on, Sammy Ball, so I can't see that far.
Bodies are coming up slowly.
Jules has given the boys the high five, so it could have been Julesy. That's 2 points there for Julesy. 2 points, or should I say 2 tries?
One more and he owes a carton, I think.
One more. Someone give that man the ball so he can get another one.
Oh, here's the beers. Here's the beer supply. What is this?
This is the...
Oh, no, Willie, we've got one down, mate.
We do have one down, but it's okay. We're not near any...
Thank you, Charlie. Now, we've called that up at half-time. So the boys, well-deserved break. It's both teams. I think Caboolture is going to suck them in. They're going to reset back into the second half. You've lost a bit there, mate, but...
Thank you.
Willie, welcome back.
Welcome back, Sammy Bull.
Second half of footy. Score coming into the second half, 31-9. You know, Caboolture were in that game until the last 5 minutes of that half, I think. Just a few mistakes let Noosa back in and put a few tries on before half time.
Yeah, look, it looks like there were, again, just around the ruck, I think a few little mistakes here and there. And again, Noosa's a team that will usually try and punish them and on those sort of attacking opportunities. So
Caboolture, tired bodies though.
Tired bodies.
After that half.
Yeah, it's a tough gig playing somewhat of 2 full games of footy, if anyone has.
Everyone's having a look around now. I think they're waiting for one person, the referee.
Probably the referee. Well, we do need the ref, so...
We certainly do. Can't play footy without him.
Can't play footy without him, as much as we have that love-hate relationship sometimes.
Can't play without him.
Can't play without him.
Really big shout out to our major sponsor, Ray White, Noosa and Ray White Commercial. Mate, we wouldn't be here without them. They've been long-time sponsors. Big fans of the game, big fans of Noosa Rugby.
Massive.
Big shout out.
Big shout out to the sponsors.
Commercial property, residential. Go see the boys at Ray White, boys and girls at Ray White.
Kick off here from Caboolture. They go midfield and Sonny is straight through. He tries to put on the step and he gets through and he's still going.
The man, he won't stop.
You love to see that from your front row, don't you, Sammy Bull?
Love that. Every front rower's dream there. Tim
Moody just has a go. Still got numbers on the short side here, Noosa. Oh, and it's gone out the back. And Caboolture have kicked it through.
All that hard work from Sonny. Levi in support. Noosa starts again.
Joe Caputo down short side. Down to Matt Kelly, who's making the break again. What can this man not do? Touch and go with the forward pass there, but Noosa have gotten away with it.
Harry right up the middle. Very flat pass from Matt Kelly.
Very flat pass. And there's a penalty.
That penalty was just in compensation for Matt Kelly's flat pass.
That was definitely well earned there.
Look at that mallet. Look at that mallet from Caboolture's number 1.
That's a mullet if I've ever seen one, Sammy Bull. Caboolture look to kick out of their 22.
Line out on their 40. Just want to get out of their half, I think. I think they'll probably want to try and play as much footy as they can down Noosa's end, but I think Noosa will want to play as much footy as they possibly can
in Caboolture's half.
Caboolture's half.
Game of 2 halves, Sammy Bull, as we know. Things can change with 40 minutes of football.
Game of 2 halves, mate. I've never experienced a game of 2 halves more than the grand final last year. Well, you remember that one?
I do remember that. It was, I remember it because I was not playing.
You were not. You had an injury late in the season.
That's it.
Saying that.
That's it. I was T-boy that day.
You were.
I could have cried for 2 weeks straight not playing that. And I'm confused at what's gone on there. Full-arm penalty, and he maybe just did a chip and chase. But hey.
Not sure. I was reminiscing too much on the grand final.
I was reminiscent myself. Oh! Touchdown from Harry O'Connor. And Benji goes...
Give that one to Harry.
Close to the sticks. He should have given that back.
Harry to score it.
Excellent work there. See, that started from a passage of play there, Sammy Bull, which I'm not too sure whether it was a slight chip and chase from a full-arm penalty or whether it was a short arm.
Maybe it was a shank.
Maybe it was a shank.
I wasn't watching enough rugby, but...
It's little things like that, unfortunately, Sammy Bull, that just lets the little mistakes creep in for the Caboolture side. They've got a good outfit out there.
Benji, the recipient of Harry's hard work there. Big charge down. Just sat up for Benji.
Now, after a couple of tries, Sammy Bull, what do you think they're saying there and there for the Caboolture side? What do you think will get them back into the game?
I think they've just got to, they're probably just telling themselves to cut their mistakes out, just execute a little bit better. And, you know, they're all going to be tired bodies. They all know that, but they just need to get the mistakes out of the game. And they're really just walking Noosa up the field. And they're just making it an easy game for Noosa. So cut out mistakes, play the footy. You can't win a game of footy without the ball in your hand. So.
Well, that's it. If we look back to the start of the game where they had all the possession, they just held on to the ball for multiple phases and they come away with the chocolates with a try under the post. So
That's it. Got over the border score.
If they can get themselves back to that, holding onto the ball, I think they'll do themselves good. Oh, it's a high contest, but it could be a knock-on for Noosa in the air.
A lot of bodies in the air there.
Caboolture scrum.
Caboolture's come away with it.
Noosa half.
Now, I am out of beer again, so I'm going to find someone else to yell at.
It's thirsty work up here, Sammy Bull. Now, just looking at the scores here, Caboolture have scored a converted try and a penalty goal, so it should be 10 points, not 9.
Oh, yeah. Mathematician, Will?
Math is not my strong point, but calculating things in terms of rugby is usually my strong point.
In 5, 2 and 3 point increments. Penalty there for... What was that for, Will? Did you see that? Because I didn't.
I was not. Again,
You're too busy calculating rugby scores.
trying to figure out the Pythagoras theorem using penalty goals, conversions and tries.
Caboolture here with a line out inside. They're attacking 22. I think they're going to want to go wide here. They look like they're setting up for something out the back here.
And it looks like we have a substitution here for Noosa. Harry Wright is coming off for Rion Fortington. I believe this is making his first appearance in A grade this season.
It is, I believe it is. Good on Rion. Mate, great footy player, great leader.
Great leader.
He's been around the club a long time. Always good to be around. So
He's full of heart.
Mate, fantastic to see him get out there. Now, Noosa's won that against the feed. Joey
looks for the cutout ball to George Luce, who shows and goes, and George Luce down the sideline. The dummy and go. Finds it short, and Benji kicks it down. There is Noosa players available.
Playing a bit of football here, a bit of soccer.
Caboolture done really well there to...
And Caboolture back there in numbers.
They're back there in numbers, but unfortunately, the Caboolture number 16, I believe, was straight off his feet in the ruck, so...
Noosa going to go to the corner again, Will, here?
Look, if I was a betting man, Sammy, like I say, they would go for the corner and potentially look for another rolling maul, which paid off with success just before. So,
tell you what, there's not many things better in rugby than a good rolling maul off a 5 metre line out.
It's pretty picturesque when you see it, Sammy Ball.
Thing of beauty.
It's a thing of beauty.
Noosa with 6-man line out. Pretty confident we're going to see them all here. Maybe even some chockies.
Caboolture do not contest the maul, so they look to bring it down. Noosa still have the ball. Ruck's been formed. Will Miller to... Oh, Timmy Moody. Looks for a little tip on short, but unfortunately passed it into the Caboolture player. So it will be Noosa scrum. 5 metres out.
Think you might see a attacking scrum here, Will?
Attacking scrums as a halfback is usually licking your chops.
Probably the second best thing to see in a game of rugby besides a attacking maul and attacking scrum. 5 metres out. Mate, this is every front rower's dream.
You dig your heels in.
I've been fortunate enough to be on the right side of a lot of these scrums, mate, and there's not much better to see when you walk over that line and you stand up and your number 8's just putting the ball down behind you.
It's a thing of beauty.
It's a thing of beauty, mate.
Will Miller, ball in. Matt Kelly looks to keep the ball at his feet. He pops it short. He goes himself. It's probably a safe option. It's a safe option. Julian Scott Davies, is he in? He's in for a hat-trick.
That's a carton, I think, Will.
That's a carton for Julian Scott Davies. Having an absolute blinder.
What can the man not do?
I'd love to see him kick this penalty, this conversion, if he could do anything.
Well done, Jules.
Try scorer there, Julian Scott Davies.
Few Australian cultural players out there today.
having an absolute blinder. He's the man that can. He's a front rower that can play a full 80 minutes. If I.
Mate, every front row can play a full 80 minutes, can't they?
Oh, I beg to differ.
Mate, before the end of the game, we might see him in that 10 jersey. Who knows?
That's it. It's that old saying: some can, some can't.
Oh, I don't think many are going to take the 10 jersey off the back of Joey today.
Joey Caputo looks to convert the points.
Off the post.
Off the left points. Posts. Sorry. Had a few shandies today, team, so.
Oh, mate. Well deserved.
Well deserved. Now, Caboolture just looked to probably play deep. And again, it's just trying to hold on to possession where they can. It's, again, they found success early on in the game. They just need to get themselves back to that point where they can hold on to their footy and attack.
Exactly right, Will. That's put the ball deep, make Noosa play out of there, hold on to the ball, build some phases. That was well competed in the air, but forward off Caboolture. So Noosa's going to play here a little bit.
Ethan Polner looks to take the ball down.
Big carry.
Joey Caputo in the pocket.
From Skip.
Looks for a crossfield kick to Maddie again. Look, there's got options either side. Oh, that's a tap backwards from Caboolture.
Absolute pinpoint kick from Joey Caputo, but Caboolture have come away with this and have done very well. Caboolture cavalry coming in.
Arriving in numbers. Don't know if that was a shock seeing the backs or not. Ooh.
Not probably what he had planned when he went for that box kick.
I don't know if that was planned either.
Okay. A few things have happened here, but we've come back for a penalty here. Noosa offside.
If I was Caboolture's captain there, I'd just be telling the boys, look, just settle. We've got the ball. Let's find a pod, hit it up, and then look to exit.
We'll be back in our own half. I would imagine they'll probably get it 40 metres out from their try line.
Someone calling not out there, and that was definitely out.
Long way out. There was
Long way
no
out.
way that was not going out.
That was in the nosebleeds, that one, Sam.
But Caboolture in a good position here.
Good position.
26, 25 metres out.
This is where they just need to retain their possession.
Now, Noosa's been upsetting a few of their lineouts, so we'll see what they do here. They've really got to win this one. This is an important lineout for Caboolture.
Brad Jensen makes it onto the field for Julian Scott-Davies, who's had an absolute blinder out there today, Sammy.
And looks like Sonny's off as well.
Harry O'Connor. Ooh, he gets tackled as he gets the offload away, so that's a knock-on, Caboolture advantage.
Swifty's out there. Swifty's
Swifty.
out there for
now,
full front row swap.
I believe this is Will Swift's A-grade debut.
I believe it is. Congratulations, Will Swift.
Actually, that could be false. I'm pretty sure he played Maroochydore first round.
Okay, I wasn't there, so I can't comment, but
I think
well deserved this year, so good to see Swifty out there.
we can see Benny Condon in the backfield, warming himself up in those bright orange boots.
Can't miss them.
The son of Yu.
And Tyler Searle also
And Brad Jensen's on
warming up, gently warming up behind the posts.
Benny Condon, he's been unlucky with injuries. He's
Must be a 9 thing from Gary.
it must be a 9 thing. Those Noosa 9s can't stay away from it, apparently, Sammy.
Good scrum for Caboolture.
Great scrum from Caboolture. They look for the short ball option here. Great option.
Good carry.
Great carry. Now again, Sammy, this is where Caboolture just need to hold on to the ball if they want to try and reap the rewards of the attack inside Noosa's half, I'd say.
They do, and Noosa needs to stay disciplined. Noosa doesn't want to give them an opportunity to poke away at the corner, but Caboolture just need to hold possession, just build phases. There'll be some tired bodies out there, but this is where they need to dig in a little bit. Will?
Yeah, this is where you just really need to start fronting up and anyone just have a carry. No matter what number's on your back, you just put your hand up and say, give it to me. because I'm going to have a crack. Oh, the halfback for a little snipe. He makes 5 metres. Good option. He had no runners on him. Bit scrappy in the ruck there. And they come away with it. Little offload.
Couple of missed tackles there, but Noosa's defence is in their face, not giving him much room today.
Not giving him an inch. Again, this is where Caboolture do really well. If they can retain pressure, or retain ball, sorry.
Build a bit of pressure.
Build a bit of pressure. That's the words I was looking for. It's a little bit high. Some would say I'm biased, but that was definitely around the neck.
Just over the sternum, I think. Just over the sternum.
Just over this.
Caboolture might play a little bit here. Now they've got an advantage. No, we're coming back for the penalty. Caboolture turn it over. So the referee's going for a warning, or is he going for his pocket?
He looks to have a chat to Levi Shaw, the captain. Levi never does anything wrong, so I assume it couldn't have been him that's getting in trouble.
Mate, no Noosa players ever do anything wrong. Well, especially not Matt Kelly.
No, especially not Matt Kelly.
Never done a thing wrong on the footy field in his life.
No. Ooh, that looks dead to me.
That kick has
So unlucky.
Dead.
See, that's a bit of a coach killer there, Sammy Ball.
That's a tough one. You know, Caboolture did well there. They held onto the ball. They built some phases. They put a bit of pressure, got the penalty, and then have just given it all away. It's a tough one.
It's unfortunate to see because, again, Caboolture just did really well to retain possession, building some phases and moving forward to get themselves in a nice attacking position. And it's unfortunate.
Noosa coming out of their own half here. What do you think, Joey Caputo? Boot down as far as he can.
And Ethan Polner leaves the field, and this one is an A-grade debut for Tom Wills, Sammy Ball, who's out there on the left wing. Again, another Pommy that's made its way over. We love to see him. Will Miller down the short side puts the chip over the top.
Tell you what, that is not how I saw that play going.
Oh, Matty Kelly, I tell you what. If he doesn't shoot webs out of his hands after catching that ball, I don't know what he's doing.
Skip up the middle there.
Peter Parker, or is that Matthew Kelly? Timmy looks for the over the top. Benji down the short side. Steps one. Inside ball comes down and he scores the try.
5 points for Benji. Is that 2 or 3 for Benji today?
I believe that's 2 tries.
All right, one more and there's another cut.
And Sammy Ball, I would, again, put that down to some brilliance from Matthew Kelly there.
Don't say that out loud. Do not say that out loud, Will. We'll never hear the end
As
of
much
this.
as I hate to say it, Matty Kelly is having an absolute blinder. Now, it doesn't pay me to say it. I love Matty, but can't tell him that too often. Otherwise, that ginger head of his will explode.
Catch on fire.
Catch on fire.
If it isn't already.
If it isn't already.
Nah, mate. Matt's having a cracker of a game today. He's starting number 8. It's been an absolute blinder of a game. Now, Noosa's pushed that score out to, looks like 48-10.
Joey Caputo from the sideline. Looking to add some points, and he's black dotted it again.
Absolutely ice in his veins, Joey Caputo.
I tell you, that is no surprise, Sammy Ball. Joey Caputo has a golden boot. Well, technically yellow, but
very
very yellow.
And that's the half ton to Noosa. Score 50-10. Will, I know you're leaving us for a minute, mate. Do you want to grab a couple of golden tins on your way back, mate? Yeah. Now I'm joined up here with Charlie. He's going to put some headphones on, have a bit of a chat while Will's away. Bit of a cameo, Charlie. Good to have you up here, mate.
It's a nice little view from up here.
What a view. Skip Levi up, catches that. Does that man play AFL? Out to Joey, midfield.
They're a bit short.
Good vision there. We're going to kick it. We're going to find some grass. No.
Oh. Bit of a juggle from the Snake fullback, but he managed to regather.
Breon there taking it in. Noosa's in a good position here. They've come out with that with a very positive gain. Joey, little chip through.
Good regather. Beautiful.
Absolute beautiful try there.
Try there to Noosa by Matty Shukoff.
Again, just off the back of a couple of little mistakes there from Caboolture. Now, they've got some tired bodies. They are absolutely gassed. You can see them making it back to the try line. A lot of the boys out there have played some big minutes today. So you can't blame them. Unfortunately, just not huge numbers up here in Noosa today. But a couple of little mistakes. They're certainly not going away. They're certainly trying to do everything they possibly can. But Noosa is absolutely pouncing on their mistakes today. Few fresh faces out there. And Joey just pushes it
to the left. That was a try to the right winger, Matty. I believe it's his first season here. I think he's come from out west. And the rest of the team say he's got some good.
Willie's back. Charlie, your young fella plays under 8s, is that right to say?
Buster Stafford, he does.
How did he go today?
4 tries, 4 meat pies for the day.
4 meat pies, not a bad day. You'll see him out here in a few years.
He's on his 3rd season for the Dolphins, and I think he scored more tries in his first 2 games than I've ever scored in my life.
The maths adds up for that one. Mate,
well, speaking of maths, we've got Will Christie back. I'll hand the mathematician over.
Now, it looks like we've had a substitution that I must have missed, maybe after that try. It looks like the Flamin' Ginger, Fig Jam himself, may have come off. Ty Ford. New recruit this year, comes up from
Gold Coast.
Moved up to the better coast, I believe. I think that's safe to say. Played a lot of high-level rugby, played a lot of rep rugby. Great footy player. Good to have him part of the family.
Absolutely. And there's another substitution for number 10. Joey Caputo comes off for another Englishman, Callum Hall.
I said before, there's too many Englishmen.
Now, this is another player who I've spent some good time with playing rugby in the UK at Bury St Edmunds. Excellent player. And looking forward to having him.
I was just confirming with Willie because he was running around at Reggie's. I haven't seen too much of him because I haven't been to too many trainings, to be honest. And mate, this guy is an absolute gun. And a boot. What a boot on.
That's it. Yeah, I had the pleasure of playing with Callum in England in the National 2 League. He pops the inside ball. It's an excellent ball to Matty Shukoff. And he's away. What a touch. Early touch there from Callum Hall with the inside ball on his shoulder to find the Dutchman, half Dutch, half Australian, Matty.
That must be at least 3 tries for Matty today, surely. I think we're up to 3.
I believe it's either 2 or 3, so...
There might be a few extra cartons in the sheds tonight, I think.
I think we're in for a good night, Sammy Ball. But an excellent touch there. First touch in first grade for Noosa Dolphins for Callum Hall.
Good touch, good impact.
Good impact. If he can keep on doing that, then would love to have him here.
Now, Will, you've skipped a bit of rugby. You've been a captain before. Mate, what do you say to your players if you're Caboolture at this point? What do you say to them? How do you keep yourself in the game, or
Look,
certainly keep your heads in it?
I think what's important is when you're talking to the lads is at this point in time you probably don't want to be negative. Any sort of negativity or in terms of the comments made from especially your skipper, you want to try and keep it as positive as possible. Personally, if I was in that situation and have been in that situation before, you just want to try and talk to the boys about what they're doing well and try and again keep the energy as high as possible. So
and that was a great kick-off.
See, things like that.
Fantastic.
Getting around it and just trying to maintain possession, like I said, it's...
What I like to see is that Caboolture, in no way are they going away. They're not going to give this up easily.
Look, the Snakes don't die unless you chop their head off, and today no one's head is getting chopped off, so I think the Snakes are going to keep on going.
It's quite a metaphor there, Will. Thank you. Caboolture just going to build some faces here again.
Tyler Searle makes the tackle midfield.
Now
Caboolture.
that's Big Cam there. He's played a full game of Reggie's. I believe he even started in A grade. And somehow, for some reason, he's back out there. Although not quite as fast to get back up off the feet. I've played a lot of footy with Cam. Good bloke. Loves a bit of chat. Loves
Short
throwing a
side
bit of
play
chat.
is on for Caboolture. He's pumping the legs, the number 19. They're 5 metres out from the line. Caboolture again, if they can just retain possession here,
Positive
they
rugby.
could come away with some points. Short ball is on for Caboolture. They're building phases, they're building pressure. The big man takes a
Going
pick
with
and
no
drive.
support. The 9 had to put his head in that one.
Been there, done that. Short ball down the short side, Caboolture. Offside, penalty. The tap and go. Building phases, and again, Caboolture look to try and attack the try line.
Noosa really got to put a big focus on the defence here.
And that
Goal line
looks like
defence.
points.
Points to Caboolture.
And Caboolture come away with it. And just like we've spoken about today, Sammy, Caboolture's best asset is just maintaining that possession and keep chipping away.
Repeated phases. Just that pressure. Points come.
They've got some big boys out there, Sammy, so all they need to do is hold that ball, put their head down and keep on running.
Noosa won't be happy with that. Couple of mistakes. Penalty. Really put Caboolture in that, but to Caboolture's credit, they from that kick-off, they just didn't go away. They got the ball back, they retained possession, they got down in their corner, and then their big boys just worked and worked. Good to see. I just said it, they're not going to go away. Number 9 kicking too, Will. Look, we got some aspiration for you, mate.
Left foot. But I kicked a few goals in my time.
From the sideline like this one?
Potentially. Probably more closer to the sticks. Left foot. He puts a little hook draw. And he's in. What a kick from the halfback.
Good
5
to see.
metres in from touch.
Halfbacks can do it all.
And what we love to see here is Will Mappin. See, we've got too many Wills at this
Will
club. We
Mappin.
got Will Miller, Will Christie, Will Mappin. So, Will Miller makes his way from the field, and it's good to see that we got Benny Condon returning to the field today.
Great to see. Another man that's had plenty of injuries, but great to see him back.
Plenty of experience too in the Noosa A-grade jersey.
That last kick, that number 9, not the tallest man in the world. I think he was at least 3 times the height of the kicking tee as he kicked that. But I shouldn't say too much because he absolutely smacked it over the maroon dot.
Now, with Benny Condon being out there, Sammy Bull, you might look to see a couple of snipes around the ruck or a couple of little chips over the top. That's what Benny's best for. He's an absolute unit in attack in terms of looking for space, looking for options out the back on the boot. So keep your eyes peeled for Benny Condon here.
Love seeing it. Let's see what this scrum could do. Pretty fresh scrum all round for Noosa. Big push.
Big push, really big push. And
And Noosa has won that one. I
Look,
thought Caboolture stayed in that, but...
they did. Personally, you'd love to see it.
Love to see that, mate. A favourite part of the game. You put your head up. See the ref blow his whistle. Go to the corner. 10 metres out.
So we're probably looking at about...
And Tyler Searle back out there. I
I
missed that one. So we've had a substitution. Tyler Searle to throw this line out. Absolute bullet of a line out throw. And Caboolture stayed out of that. Rion identified that one early and put his head down, did the hard work.
Ty Ford skips on the outside, has a curry. Noosa looking for quick, fast football here. Kai Atkinson with the step, the bump, running towards the post. Noosa have really quick ball here. Levi Shaw, the Chev. Ben Condon with a big ball out wide to Billy the Kid. He steps and Benji is scoring the try.
Came off some really good carries there from in the middle there from Noosa forwards. Kai, not afraid of some hard work, that man.
Kai is an absolute
Levi.
bulldozer when he puts his head down and goes for it, so good to see him back out there.
Skip leading by example, head down.
And it's probably good. You're looking, you know, when Noosa have the fast ball inside your 22, it's pretty hard to stop, no matter what team it is. So Callum Hall with the conversion on about the 5 metre line, give or take. 22 out, looking to get his first points for Noosa first grade.
If he's kicking anything like he was kicking in reserve grade, he'll close his eyes and tape together his feet and he'll still get it over.
So there was 18 tries scored in reserve grade today, and I'm pretty sure Callum kicked about 17 of them.
16, I think.
Again, what's that? Over 30 points just from the boot.
Just from the boot, yep.
Callum Hall with the kick.
What a strike.
Good strike, maybe just pushed it left.
Pushed it left.
Another try there. To
Jinxed
the
him, I think.
Callum Hall.
We should never speak
Yep.
about how
Commentator's
good a kicker
curse
is.
there, Sam.
Commentator's curse. It's all right. I think he's going to have plenty of opportunity this year to kick some goals.
If he's playing like he is, mate, he's going to put us in some great opportunities to be kicking more points.
Looks like maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes go. The clock at Dolphin over here says 30 minutes, but not always in sync with the referee's clock, but still plenty of footy to play today, Will.
That's it. Plenty of footy to play.
Tie forward.
Ty forward with the run. Ty forward, step, bumps, steps, runs. Makes 20, makes 30, makes 35 metres. He keeps on going, this man. What can he not do? Believe it or not, Sammy Ball, Ty is about 34 years old and he doesn't look a day over mid-20s. He is built, chiselled out of stone.
If you ever told me, and I didn't know, if you ever told me he was mid-30s, I'd say you're lying.
If he took his shirt off, I believe our view count would skyrocket to where YouTube could potentially break.
He does. He's known to break the internet. Ty, great footy player, great bloke, family man.
Family man. Moved up here to Pigeon Springs, trying to get out of the chaos of Gold Coast, and decided to make his way down to Dolphin Oval.
And loves it here, mate. Loves it here.
And absolutely loves the family vibe that Noosa give off. Callum Hall short ball to Tim Moody. Tim Moody, like he does all day, just runs straight and he just runs hard. Noosa with a strong carry. Ben Connor looked to get the ball out.
That was Ty again with a strong
Finds
carry.
Callum out the back. Dummy, show and go. George Loose with a carry.
Noosa in a great position here. I think they'll really work on holding on to possession here. Just
Quick
building
ball
a
is
few
needed.
faces.
The short ball. Solid contact there from Caboolture. Finds Tim. Steps. Has a carry himself. Finds
Caboolture.
meters.
Caboolture not giving them anything.
They're not giving him an inch.
Out the back.
Out the back, Callum. Out wide. Finds Matty. He gets at the bootlaces. And Matty Schroeder is in for what I think is 3 or 4 tries. That's his 4th try.
I think so. Mate, absolutely picked up from his shoelaces.
Another one. We might call him Peter Parker with web hands like that.
Four tries that one is for Matty. So that's a carton. That's 2 cartons, I believe.
Give us a wave up in the commentary box, Matty. No,
Can't hear us.
can't hear us. He's too he's dialed in, boys. He's dialed in. Score now 72 points to Noosa. Caboolture 17. Kick to come. 7 minutes or so to play. That's it, mate.
Yeah, look, Will.
Callum Hall unfortunately pushes it right. Hard kick.
Well, I don't think I can hear a car alarm going off in the background, mate. Someone's. There we go, all fixed, mate. I don't think the score really reflects Caboolture in this game today. You know, when they've had the ball, they've looked great. When they've held onto the ball, they've looked great. They've kept possession, but just. Look, I just put it down to tired bodies. A lot of footy. A lot of these guys have played a lot of footy over the last few weeks. That takes its toll.
It does. It really does. When Noosa has a full, fresh bench, unfortunately, look, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Kick not 10, I don't believe. No, we're going to go back to a midfield scrum.
Midfield scrum here.
But good to see Noosa have taken full opportunity of this.
Plenty of boys out there getting some good minutes for A grade, so you'll love to see it.
Immediately after the game up on the deck, the proceeds will be used to assist our rep players, but also our junior program.
All right. Noosa attacking scrum on the 50-metre line. Kick not gone 10 by Caboolture. Probably look to split.
Looks like a split here. Where you reckon they're going to go, Will?
Look, I personally would love to see Matty get his 5th. I don't know many Noosa players in first grade that have scored 5 tries.
Doesn't happen often.
Probably Jordan Mayhew. He's a freak of all nature. Ty Ford, pops.
Condon.
We've got no one. George Loose on the short ball. Short side throws the dummy. If he stays in, he gets the ball back to Ty Ford. Who other than the man, the myth, the legend? Ben Condon shifts it. Kai Atkinson on the outside.
Ben's going to want some fast ball. Benny Condon's going to want some fast ball.
Someone's calling short side. George Loose tips it on.
Ty back.
And George Loose is trying to find the wind out of his lungs.
Noosa can play here with an advantage.
Matty finds Callum out the back.
Loose ball.
Ball finds touch, but we have advantage. See if anyone wants to get us a beer, Manny.
That's
Sammy.
what I'm trying to find, mate.
Looking at Matty as I asked for a...
The referee has gone to his pocket for a no-arms tackle. I believe that may have been on...
Number 7. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But Noosa attacking opportunity here.
Caboolture to finish this game with 14 players.
Callum Hall kicks the corner.
I think we'll see Caboolture stand off this maul here, so let's see what Noosa does with it.
If I was putting my life for someone to throw a straight ball... Tyler Sellers in the corner!
That is an absolute
training try for the boys.
That is what you practice.
Tyler Sellers, short ball to Rion Fordington, who then hits Serlo back on the short side, catching Caboolture off guard.
You talk about it, you dream about it.
You talk about it.
You practice it, you never actually do it.
You never actually do it until today.
Tyler Searle, name on the board.
That'll go in his highlights reel. Now, this man's scored 4 tries today. If he manages to kick some points from the sideline, 3 metres in from touch, I'll buy this man a beer.
After he buys everyone else a beer.
After he also shouts the carton. That is... Oh my God, he's unlucky there.
That was a one-step kick. Absolutely shoot it.
See, those short legs have some absolute power behind them. Matty Schroetrup. Again, sorry, Matt, if I did not pronounce that correct. But you've scored 4 tries today, so don't worry about it. Sammy Ball is still trying to hunt for a beer. That's why he has gone radio silent.
Hey, John, can you give me a couple of beers? A couple of golds? I found a saviour in John O'Connor.
John O'Connor, one of my favourite men on this earth.
There is a...
George Loose puts a massive boot. And hopefully... Oh, it sits up! It sits up on the 5 metre line. I tell you what.
50-22.
What has just happened here?
I don't think how
I don't know.
I thought it was a quick ball, but the referees have said no, we need to have a line out.
I think Noosa went for the quick line out, but it wasn't actually Noosa's ball, Sam.
No, 50-22, it was our ball.
Oh my God, that was a 50-22.
A couple of unlucky bounces there, both for Caboolture and for Noosa. But what do we got? Another short ball to the front. Try it again. Surely we can't get away with that twice. No, it looks like Caboolture is covering that one. Levi.
Rion Fordington in the middle, looking for a maul.
Well, Caboolture
And Caboolture committed. Noosa just need to get this ball to the back.
It's gone down.
It's gone down. Is this a collapsed? Is the ball free, available to use?
Referee, let it play.
If I was Noosa, I'd look short. Oh.
Collapsed. They've taken it down. Noosa's taken it in. So that'll be a Caboolture feed.
Caboolture feed, 5 metre scrum. Now, if you're Caboolture here, you just really want to set a good platform, get that ball out as quick as you can, and rip one down the field.
You do, mate. The clock says 39 minutes here, so I couldn't imagine there's much more than a few minutes to play. A little bit of injury time, but couldn't be much more than a few minutes. So I think Caboolture's just going to get this one down there, get it out of their red zone.
Thanks, Johnny. How are you?
Oh,
Good.
The beers have arrived. What a man, Johnny.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Catch up with you later.
Yeah, that's all good.
You know how hard it is to get fucking piss up here?
Yes, I do, John. I've had to walk up those stairs myself.
John O'Connor, the
What a
man, the
man.
myth, the legend, delivering
man.
beers for the boys up in the commentary box.
Good scrum there for Caboolture, but
They're under some pressure. They're coming to play.
I love to see
Oh, the big bump from the centre.
Look, at this point, why not just play a bit of
Why
footy?
not just go out there and have some fun? Oh, he's dummied the kick. He's put a kick in.
Big dog Cam.
He finds Benji. He finds Benji. The left, the right. He goes short side. Benji back in, finds the inside ball. Ben Condon looks to shift it quick. You got Ty Ford coming in short. Noosa looks to go play quick here, out to the right. Ben Condon goes himself. Kai Atkinson punches it up the middle. Noosa just want quick ball, and he finds it in a short ball. Rion Fordington,
Under the dot.
the replacement second rower, has come on and scored an absolute screamer.
What do you reckon? They might call it full time after this, or do you reckon there's a bit more footy to play?
Look, I hope they call it full time, Sammy, because I need to go to the toilet.
And I am cold, mate. I'm still wearing my jersey from the Reggie's game, mate, so I am fresh. But everyone's shaking hands. The refs
Probably
having a
signalled
shake,
full time.
Look,
Looking like 84 points to Noosa. 17 to Caboolture. Now, I take my hats off to Caboolture. They've had a big day.
big credit to them, mate.
Full credit to Caboolture. They've come down here. They've showed up. They've played the full 80 minutes and
Most have
probably
played
160 minutes. So thank you to Caboolture for coming down to Dolphin Oval today.
We wish them all the best.
We wish them all the best.
You know, they've played some tough footy, but mate, they've got it in them, and they're a great club. They're a great come around. So thanks to the Caboolture boys. Well done to the Noosa boys. They've worked on some skills today. They've really capitalised on a few opportunities.
That's it.
And they've put a few points on, mate. And good to see.
Good to see. And thanks for commentating with me today, Sammy Bull. We've had a hell of a time.
Pleasure, mate.
Pleasure. And thank you to the referees, the sponsors, and all the volunteers for today down at Dolphin Oval. And we look to see you back here shortly.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.